Hey YouTubers and YouTuberettes, this is Connor Arm CEO here. Welcome back to my channel and to another trailer reaction. And this is Venom official trailer 2. So what do you say we all sit back and relax and enjoy the trailer? And by the looks of things, Tom Holland is not making an appearance. They're all focusing on Tom Hardy. And I think they're actually keeping Eddie Brock exactly as we've seen in the comics, video game and cartoons. Especially not that Tobey Maguire version where he's just a little wimpy little wuss that always complains that things are not getting his way. And Tom Hardy does look pretty good in a motorcycle, especially in the last trailer where he has Venom backing him up with the motorcycle, which was pretty cool. So anyway, let's sit back and relax and enjoy the second trailer of Venom.
We are Venom.
I'm Eddie Brock. I'm a reporter. I always seem to find myself questioning something the government may not be looking at.
Was that a yellow Venom?
I found something really bad. And I have been... What's up, bad? Taken. Look around at the world. What do you see? A planet on the brink of collapse. Human beings are disposable, but man and symbiote combined.
Is that who I think it is?
A higher life form. What do you want from me?
You will find out.
I'm so sorry. We cannot just hurt people.
Look into my eyes, Eddie. The way I see it. We can do whatever we want. Do we have a deal? Eyes, lungs, pancreas, so many snacks, so little time.
That power, it's not completely awful.
You have no idea how much you're scaring me right now.
Eddie, cooperate. And you just might survive.
Guys, you do not want to do this, trust me. Giant leaps will always come at a cost.
Was that the white symbiote?
What the hell are you? Oh, I have a parasite. Yeah. Name is Chen.
Oh yeah, I have this parasite. Now, Mrs. Chen. That's all you had to say? If a woman saw that and you just reformed back into your normal self and you had to explain how to explain what you just did, I would have ran like hell. And was that the white symbiote that I saw near the end of that trailer? The white symbiote that I've heard so much about in the comics, that was probably at some point last year or sometime this year, I think. Because, to be honest, I haven't read a Spider-Man related comic book in a good long time. And that creepy guy with the long hair, could have that been Carnage? Because if that is Carnage, that means it's finally about time that they actually brought Carnage into the movie. Because, remember in Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, that Dr. Connor still had one piece of the Venom, and then everybody was saying after that movie they should do another Spider-Man where it involves Venom but has Carnage, because Dr. Connor still has that piece of the symbiote Venom in his person when Peter Parker showed him this new thing that he came in contact with when it absorbed into his Spidey suit. So this could be it. This could be a Carnage movie. Or maybe at the end of the credits you'll see a after credits scene where you see this crazy mental case is wearing the Venom suit but in red, and he's known as Carnage, and maybe he would be introduced in the next Spider-Man movie, because we know that Tom Holland, typical as he is, posted his new Spider-Man Homecoming title, Far From Home title, online, and I think that's the thing that he loves to do. He finds it too exciting and he just wants to show it to people, but he's technically a walking spoiler, because I mean, when he was doing Infinity War, he wasn't given a script because he didn't want to leak it. He didn't want to get into serious trouble, but I think he just finds it too exciting that he is Spider-Man from Civil War, and then Homecoming, and now Far From Home. It's starting to go really big, and hopefully we'll get a decent trilogy, because I mean, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, growing up, it was brilliant. Especially not when they messed up the third one, when they made Harry Osborn into the new Goblin. It should have been either the new Green Goblin or the Hobgoblin, because we haven't been introduced to that character. There was no Hobgoblin at all. We all know that Hobgoblin is an orange hood, caped, pumpkin wheeling goblin, while the Green Goblin is basically green and purple. And Venom, didn't like that Venom. When I first saw him appear, and it was like, okay, that was good, because by the looks of things they reenacted the scene from Spider-Man when Eddie Brock was hung from the chapel and he was fighting Corvin, you know, this crazy hunter, and then he wanted to get rid of the suit because he was this close for killing people, and then the Venom started sliming off him because the bells, because he hates sonic vibrations, sonic waves, sonic sounds, and then it started to pour on Eddie Brock. But then in the live version, he wanted to viciously remove the suit because he knows that he's been hurting a lot of people, especially the woman that he fell in love with, and messed that up for himself. And I didn't like the way what they done with him. I didn't like the way they done Eddie Brock. They turned him in such a wimp, not losing his temper or trying to be a hothead, you know, a womanizer type of Eddie Brock. But no, they just turned him into a little wussy, which I did not like. And then Sandman, he was okay, but I didn't expect him to have a guilty conscience when everybody thought he was responsible for Uncle Ben's death, and he had a family to take care, and he wanted the money to save his daughter, but didn't really like that story very much. And especially, well, to be honest, the third one wasn't really my favourite anyway. Spider-Man 1 and 2, well, mostly 1, because I did enjoy Spider-Man 1. But I really hope that this Venom movie makes up for all the bad Venom that we saw way back in the day, back in the early 2000s. And Tom Hardy does look really good as Eddie Brock. The Venom looks good, and you notice that there's veins popping out of him. You don't see the traditional one side blue and one side orange, and apparently you don't see the symbol, as you can see on my shirt. You don't see it in this movie. You probably see it near the end before the credits hit, and the police know about him. And this guy knows about the symbiotes long before it came into contact with Eddie. And by the looks of things, when he saw something bad that he said, and a woman that was like looking like crazy but looks like he had the venom in her, and I think she passed the venom into him. By the looks of things, she must have bit him or scratched him, or when they were struggling, the venom suit just morphed into him, because the venom must have noticed something in him that he can probably relate more to. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this trailer, and I hope you enjoyed my reaction. So please give a thumbs up, send your comments, and be sure to leave a subscription on below. Anyway, I am Connor Arms, CEO. Thank you, and over and out.